All right, let's break Americas into two parts, and let's start with Mexico. All right, and here we go. Okay, Meso America. Let's start with the Mayans. Mayans, we have Lady Zook there doing a bloodletting sacrifice. That's one of their structures. That's one of their structures. There's the terrain they lived in. That's the map where the Mayans lived. Here's their Acropolis, a great civilization. Those were the buildings there. And these were the lentils that were in the buildings. And this is her doing the blood sacrifice. Big idea. High status of women, power of the Mayans. Great civilization, Lady Zook. She had high status. She was doing a ritual. She's a great leader and a good example. Okay. Aztecs, we all remember the Aztecs. Templo Mayor, that's the religious temple recreated. Coyotxepetlchics, that's their goddess on the ground, dismembered in pieces. And that's the calendar of death and rebirth and death and rebirth. Death by jaguar, death by volcano. And the theme of the Aztecs, well, they were a great empire, but our work here is going to show a recreation of the mountain where Cheeks was thrown off. So Cheeks would be down here, and the human sacrifice was done here to recreate and get the sun to rise again. Also, feather headdress, those are the rare feathers. The king would wear this. The theme here is transformation into the emperor. This is a Spanish recreation of the Aztec work. Big idea of the Aztecs, power and religious ritual. That temple retells the myth and the story of the gods. Also, the calendar shows the Aztec sense of time based on death and rebirth. And the emperor, power and transformation. Okay. I'm going to say Mexico. It's technically New Spain, but we'll just call it Mexico. And we have a few works here we're going to put together. First is front piece of Codex Mendoza. A codex is a book. Front piece is a cover. This is a book cover, and it's the history of Mexico and the Aztecs written for the Spaniards. On this one, this is the history of Mexico. There's the cactus and the eagle, and it talks about the Aztec Empire in quadrants, and it shows Aztec warriors. Big idea here. This is a book about Mexico. The artists are Aztecs. The story is Aztec, but it's made for the Spanish royals, the viceroys in Mexico, representing Spain. Okay. Our favorite, the screen. Oh, we got screen. It's a screen. It's got two pieces. It's got a battle scene of Belgrade and a hunting scene, which is pretty. All right, big idea. They love multicultural connections. A biombo is a Japanese screen, a luxury object. So it's from Japan. It's made in the Philippines, being viewed in Mexico, and it's about a war in Europe with the Habsburgs, viewed by royal people in Mexico. The royal women will look at the hunting scene, the men, battle, power, politics. Okay, big one, Virgin of Guadalupe. This is a religious icon, and originally would have been something they would pray to. This is a big one in Mexico. She's the Virgin Mary of Mexico. There are the angels, there's the pearl and conchata material. She is everywhere, and she's more than just a religious thing. She's part of Mexican identity. You'll see her everywhere. Big idea, her story. She appeared to an indigenous guy. He had a vision on the cloak, and that's her. But then she became a huge icon in Mexico. You'll see her in California everywhere, and she's like a darker Virgin Mary. So she's the Catholic Virgin Mary connecting with the indigenous of Mexico. Be aware of Enconchada. That's the mother of pearl in there. All right, Valley of Mexico from the hillside, 1882 is pretty recent. This is about the history of Mexico. It's a romantic painting and style celebrating the beauty of Mexico. And so there's Mexico City, the Aztec city. There's the lake over there. The hill is here where the Virgin of Guadalupe met Diego. And this is all of, and even in here somewhere is the cactus here that the eagle would land on in the Aztec myth. These are the volcanoes, okay? Big idea, celebrate Mexico, history about the Aztecs, the Virgin Mary, and the cactus. Okay, Angel with Arquebus. This is like a New World work. All right, for this one, I don't have too much on it. It's in the 1600s. That's the Catholic Counter-Reformation. Get people back to the church. Angel as warrior, fight evil. That's the idea here. It would not be okay to show an angel doing this in Europe, but this is in the New World, so it was okay. And arquebus is a kind of weapon or warrior. Portrait of Juana, 1750. That's Juana. She was a nun. She was also a scholar. And look, she's got a cross here, books here. She looks learned, kind of the Enlightenment in the background here. Big idea, feminist, girl power. She was a scholar and religious. She chose to be a nun. Here's a symbol here. And that's what portrait of Juana. Spaniard and Indian produce a mestizo. This is a cast painting. This explores race in the New World. You have Spaniards and you have Native Americans, and when they mix, it's a mestizo. And these cast paintings explain that. Big idea, cast painting about race in the New World. It's an Enlightenment focus because it's about learning and exploring and understanding this new thing called the mixed race. All right, surrealism, we're going to go here. We have this, let's go to the 20th century, this trippy, dreamy, weird art. What's that? Well, two Fridas. Frida Kahlo was part Mexican and part Austrian. This painting is a portrait of her, and it's exploring her identity as part Mexican and part European. She did a lot of different portraits. It's a surrealistic painting. She did many, many self-portraits, and she was married to Diego Rivera. Big idea, Mexican identity, self-portrait, and she always did the truth. Even the suffering would be in the truth for her. All right, her husband was Diego Rivera, Dream of a Sunday Afternoon. This is about Mexican history. And if you look at it all the way across, it goes from the conquistadors to corrupt officials in the early 20th century. It's about Mexican history. It's a mural on the wall. He wanted to make a statement, and his dream is that someday in Mexico, the poor people will be taken care of better instead of exploited by rich, corrupt people like this. It is basically about a big idea. It's about history of Mexico, all people, poor people too, suffering under tyranny and a dream of a better future, Diego Rivera. The Jungle is about Cuba and sugarcane. It's surrealistic, and it's kind of about the exploitation of big sugar over the Cuban people. All right, France, Versailles, just to throw it in here. This is the Palace of Louis. You want to be aware, he was the Sun King. They took a forest and transformed it into his palace. He's the Sun King. His bedroom is the center of the universe. Be aware of the gardens. There's a Hall of Mirrors, and be aware of how he transforms the gardens. He's the Sun King. He's the center of everything. Transformation of the gardens, transformation of nature. That's a nice theme for this one of that. All right, be aware with England, just what we have here is we're making fun of the aristocracy. So we're going to shift away from royal power towards democratic revolution. Here, the aristocrat is just low guy, just not to be admired at all. And this is about a corrupt life with the aristocracy. And there's all kinds of STDs and death and mayhem. And it's basically making fun of aristocratic people and their marriages. Finally, No Crying in the Barbershop is a contemporary work. It's a barbershop with pictures of men and bullets and then even men crying. This is No Crying in the Barbershop. It's exploring male roles, macho roles. What should men act like? It explores that. All right, very good. We'll do part 2 right now on North and South America.